My name is Carolyn Thompson and I'm a visual artist based in the UK. Silenced is a performance and resulting bookwork that was commissioned by Nasty Women Connecticut in collaboration with Yale Institute of Sacred Music for an online exhibition called Silent Fire. The performance took place in early 2021 during one of a number of lockdowns that happened in the UK as a result of the COVID pandemic. It was a durational performance during which I wrote the word silence repeatedly over all the text of a copy of The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood, which essentially rendered the text illegible or silent. The only sentences that I left untouched were those which already contained the word silence or any of its derivatives. The performance took 14 days and it took place in solitude and silence, so although the work was created as a performance, there was no audience. I wanted to replicate some of the conditions that the handmaids were forced to undergo, and that many real women actually continue to experience across the world. The piece was also made at a time during the pandemic when a lot of us were going through lockdowns and experiencing periods of enforced solitude. In order to cover the text fully, I wrote the word silence approximately 64,000 times, and the altered book that's included in the Book as Art exhibition in Georgia is a result of that performative act, and actually the only real material proof that the entire performance happened at all. Over the last few years, issues surrounding women's rights and mental well-being have increasingly been at the forefront of my practice. And I chose to use The Handmaid's Tale because in it Margaret Atwood deals so eloquently with issues surrounding the treatment of women. Silenced mimics the themes of the novel. Handmaids weren't permitted to read or write, so silencing the book, which is a vessel for words and reading, by making those words illegible through the act of writing, acts as a work of defiance, while the writing and reading process is required to make the work highlight what has been taken away from those women. My hope is that the work speaks of the plight of women more generally and globally, both historically and in a modern-day context, and that it acts as a reminder to us all, although it's often difficult or even dangerous to speak out, we must ensure that we continue to fight for women's rights or non-male rights, and to make our voices heard both individually and collectively.